Hello guys, what's up? This is Shark talking. Welcome back to my channel. So this time we'll be talking about Urite Caryot. This is a new Descension Boss we got 2 days ago, and it's a new one because it has this different type of boss. It's 4 stages instead of 3, and there's intermediate before hard. The hard one is very hard for some people, even if you have a lot of might, even way more than they are saying here. You have to be careful here. So I'm trying to explain how I'm defeating this boss, but there's quite a lot of ways actually. I'm bringing a little offensive squad here. Actually, I don't have that many characters, so I'm using Creation Valkyrie with the Tratamento weapon because she can use lightning attacks and heal. Healing is important here because the damage is very high. I'm also using Tyro because he's good on long fights. He is also recommended here because the boss deals a lot of magical attacks. You see his magic defense is very high here. And he also brings more attacks to himself. The only thing is that unfortunately I don't have a good combination of orbs for better use, but he is pretty fine. You see that his HP is very high as well. And then we have Leon, which felt like instead of that Graciato, simply because I really need the buff. And that Graciato is exactly on my Eventide Hackray because I want lightning damage with her and even more lightning damage. So okay, we can actually change only one thing here, and it's exchange the Ravine sub-weapon for aiding. So maybe we can freeze the boss. I don't know if it's able to freeze. Some bosses are not weak to freeze or even susceptible to freeze, so we'll just do this to see if it's or not. Okay, we'll just change this. The first three characters have orb, but Creation Valkyrie doesn't, so this is my squad. Other thing is you could technically bring Ranvald instead of Tyro. You don't have Tyro. Ranvald can inflict status ailment. He's pretty strong from this fight. You can even use Shuruk to try to be some defensive, heal instead of dealing damage, and you can also bring Claws if you want to heal some damage back. But the problem is the damage is pretty high and your Claws needs to be very well invested. Okay, so now let's just start the battle. We have 3 enemies here to defeat before we reach the boss, and I kinda recommend you guys to farm the Purification Gouge if you're not if you're not so in a hurry. Just take your time to defeat these enemies here, because the boss is not strong, is not resistant to Purify attacks. He is resistant to action skill damage. We'll talk about this when we reach the boss. That's why a defensive squad works better on this boss. Normal attack damage is way more important than anything else. Purify attack damage is also okay, but I don't have a squad that will do much damage with Purify attacks, but okay. Okay, let's just hope we can get 4 bears, but I'm not so sure, but 3 is enough. Maybe if I didn't miss some attacks, yeah, it won't be able. Very close, but not enough. If I did had added a new attack to my title, I think this would be enough. But I still didn't use my talisman on him. So okay, you start the battle, you see the things. He's weak to lightning, and the more lightning damage you do, you will open even more his defenses. He will start getting even weaker to physical and magical damage. So the damage output will be way better. So save your enchant skills for when he becomes weaker, and don't use action skill. You see that I didn't bring anything based on action skill. Actually, my title is, but simply because I don't have that many other options to use with him. He's using dual cross. But actually, you don't need to do that, because action skill damage is very, very resistant. But all of the other weapons are defensive. So start by not using Schveltlight, because you simply save for the second turn to heal, and then normal attack. That's all you need. Also, you can save the 4 purification Gorge for the second turn when you bring the Schveltlight buff. Okay. Now on the next turn, you see that we got like 15% damage here without Schveltlight. And look, Pyro is receiving magical damage and he is taking it like a champ. He's the best mag tank. Not exactly the best, but it works pretty well. So now we can simply use Schveltlight. I won't use the enchant skill, the limited skill yet. I will simply use my Purification Gorge. Here. Okay, we can skip it. We don't need to watch the animations. We already dealt like 40% HP of the boss. So now we simply keep attacking, normal attacks. Still don't need to use limited skill or any enchant stuff. For those that have Sephiroth, he will do way more damage than Tyro here. Tyro is good for defensive. You can also simply use another Purify attack. Okay. See, he's now weakened even more by the power of lightning. So now he's even weaker to Purify attacks. We could have saved it, but it actually doesn't matter this time. Okay, we can simply unleash my Dual Cross. I don't really need that, but I can use it. The damage is very resistant, you see. A normal attack does even more damage than that. So okay, I will open my limited skill with Leon. See if she can heal back. As my main damage dealer is my Valkyrie, I can simply do Purify attacks on level 1. Maybe on the next turn, because she gets even more status if on the next turn she starts with the Purification Gorge max. Max or on level 1 or higher. See, I'm very... I'm handling the situation pretty fine. Pyro really sustained damage. Okay, I will start with one Purify attack. See, was very nice damage. So now I will simply attack normally again. And he's already dead. So using defensive formations are very better on this fight. You can simply save your Purify attack to start a battle with this full by using the normal enemies before the boss. You can also simply wait to unleash your better damage when the boss becomes even weaker. On the third turn, maybe. You probably have to pass the 50% HP for that. But okay, that's it. You see, I'm defeated without any problem. Very easy. But remember, this one is not for everyone. If you are new to the game, you can simply do intermediate, and the difference in the drop, it's not so high. It's something like 10% difference in drop. So it's not worth for those that don't have the time to do this, can't do that on auto. So simply choose the thing that's better for you, okay? Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't. And if you can help the channel, please use the links below to help me by either Patreon or PayPal. Thanks again. We'll see each other in the next video. Bye.